Okay, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of the 4th episode of American Horror Story Season 2, Milkmaids. Kind of a weird title if you ask me, but of course has a purpose. Now, as always, all my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want them just to see if this was worth it or not, on the description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler-free review, because I like to give you guys the two options. Giving that little talk and disclaimer ahead, let's get into the video. Now, this episode follows an outcast that risks everything in order to save her small town from devastation. This one is set on the early 18th century in New England, which is basically folk horror, since we have seen this way too many times already. As an example is this year's show, the original The Last Thing Mary Saw, that I did a review on that, and it's a really good film, so that's a recommendation. And also films like Fear Street, or basically any type of horror film, because I will not be putting The Witch, since The Witch it's another period, but it's folk horror, but it's a different period. So this one is the 18th century in New England, but you get the point. So this one, of course, revolves around the fanaticism to Christianity, villages, farmers, that type of stuff. This episode revolves around the fact that in this specific village, there's an outbreak of smallpox. And of course, people is dying in this time. They didn't have any type of cure for it. It's way many years later, centuries, that we had a cure, that is the vaccine that has been put on kids for many years, and it was able to eradicate the disease back in the 70s, but it's returning, sadly. Now, here, of course, they believe that this is God's punishment. Like I said, this is the time where fanaticism of Christianity was at its peak. Like I said, they believe that this is God's punishment. And we have the protagonist, that is Thomas, that is portrayed by Colin Firth, that is a fan favorite, and everyone was so excited to see him. I really like him on the American Horror Story universe, so it was really good to see him once again. He has a son that that little piece of evil. Seriously. I hated the kid. I'm sorry, but I hated the kid from the beginning to the end. I hate it. I wanted him dead, but he doesn't die, sadly. Now, Thomas lost his wife and his 2 daughters because of smallpox, and now he only has his son. And the episode basically starts with the wife's death, then we have the funeral, and during the funeral, a woman that is called Celeste, she appears and starts saying that she's a healer, that she's Lazarus' daughter, and that she knows how to heal everyone. This is a kind of disgusting episode, because method of healing, it's disgusting to say the reality. Props on the FX makeup department here, because it looks disgusting as hell. But she has the smallpox like around here and all right here and on her back. And basically what she does, and she claims that men, when they start drinking the pus and the fluids from her wounds, that is what gives him the immunity, and that's what makes them don't get sick. It's disgusting. The reality, it is. So, of course, she doesn't say that on the church, but we see the pastor of the church having a conversation with her, because she's a prostitute and he wants to have intercourse with her. But when she tells him, like, I'm a healer, and she explains the whole thing to him, he gets panicked and he tells her that she's a sinner, blah, blah, blah. And he wants kind of to hang her and wants to kill her. Of course, this is something that used to happen a lot to women in these times because of everything. You could breathe, oh, she's a witch. So happens. So of course she tries to run away. He pushes her down the stairs of the church, and she broke her arm. And she gets to a farm when we have another woman, and she's a milkmaid, which basically is taking the milk out of the cow and then bringing it to everyone else in town. But she's seen also as a sinner, and you're going to realize pretty quickly why. She reads books, She trusts more in science than God. We could say that she's an atheist. She's a lesbian. So of course, all of these things combined on this period of time, that's dangerous. That's like, girl, you're gonna get killed for all of this. So Celeste arrives to her farm and they meet because they hadn't met before. And they don't specify how much time has passed since Celeste's arm is able to heal completely, which was surprising. Like, she broke her arm and the bone was out. And now she has her arm completely normal. And we could say maybe months. And of course, they're gonna start a relationship. And eventually, the woman founds the postals and all the wounds of Celeste. And this is when she tells her, like, the whole deal of healing. But the woman doesn't believe this. And she says, doctor says this. Of course, she's trusting in science and the books that she read. Of course, Celeste is like, why I can't be special? Why I can't be healer and that type of stuff. Of course, she's gonna get pissed. But the woman is able to find like the root to the disease and the cure for it throughout the milk. And she goes to town and she's running because she wants to tell everybody that she found a cure. But while all of that happened, Thomas told the pastor that he heard that in other village, they started eating the people's hearts. Like, if you die because of smallpox, they will take you out of your coffin, they will eat your heart, and that will supposedly is going to help you with the disease because the corpses weren't decomposing as fast. But it was related to the soil and the salt on the soil. Like, it wasn't something mystical or from the devil or nothing. It was just the soil. And of course, we now know how bodies decompose, how you can prevent that to happen, all that kind of stuff. I mean, mummies, you know. So, of course, this is nothing that has to do with the devil. So, Thomas convinced the pastor of this. They eat Thomas' wife's heart. And then he convinced the whole village to start doing the same. And when the woman arrives, everyone is doing it. And she's like, no, I have the real cure. And she gets hit with a rock by the pastor. And he goes to kill Celeste, but the woman appears, kills the pastor. But then Thomas appears and he starts accusing her of being a sinner, witchcraft. And it's like, when did you turn your table so soon? Like, at first you were supporting her and now you are against her. And it's like, what the hell? And the plot twist here comes when Celeste's backstory is that she had a son and a husband. And when she got sick, he took the child and left. And the plot twist is that that was Thomas. His wife wasn't the mother of Edward, that is the son. That little thing of the devil. So Celeste is the mother. And the woman died, the pastor died, and also Thomas. I didn't feel sorry for him. So Celeste leaves with one of the cows, because that's the cure, and goes to the house to find the kid. And she's like, I am your real mom, I'm gonna be taking care of you. And this kid, his fanaticism, it's so damn high that he believes everything that the pastor said. And the pastor basically said that milkmaids and prostitutes and all that type of stuff are women from the devil. You know, the deal. So he kills her and he eats the heart. And that's how it ends. And it's like, that little piece. Oh, I hated the kid. So that's how it ends. So it's pretty quickly, I would say that follows just a little bit on the basic side of these stories. But I am not mad about it since it's how they used to be on time period, so I am not really mad about it. But I still enjoy it, this one very much. It's disgusting as hell, but I enjoy it. So this one for me, it's a 4 out of 5 and an 8 out of 10. This one has still the quality of the other episodes. Definitely this season, it's way better than the first one. The only thing that I noticed is that when they release the titles of the episodes, they said it in one order, but now they're switching. Like, this one was supposed to be the 7th episode and now it's the 4th one. So this is why there has been lists of the names of the episode, and right now I'm like, whatever, the one that comes next, because there has been like type of fusion there. So I am not expecting a specific episode until they announce it. But well, this is all. Thank you so much for watching. Now, coming next videos are going to be Bodies review and When I Consume You review. I have those two, and Orphan First Kill that is coming next week. Hell excited for that one. I can't wait. I envy all the people that will be able to watch it in theaters, since it will have a limited release in theaters, and I'm gonna have to watch it in Paramount Plus, but I would have loved to watch it in theaters. But well, this is all, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.